How's it going, guys? Chili Racing League is back with a second edition to the F122 Season 1 Highlight Reel Series. This is race number 2 at Imola. We did this with a completely different format this time. We did an 18-minute short quali, 11-lap sprint race, and then a 50% race on top of that, which is different to what we usually do, which is long quali, and then we race. So tried something new this time. We had a few technical difficulties during this race. Our caster did disconnect in the middle of our 50% race. We were on lap 14 out of 32, so we had to then, everyone left the lobby. We then restarted the race with everyone that was still driving. Obviously, the people that retired didn't join back. And then we did a 25% race, which was then 16 laps or something, I believe. So yeah, wasn't the cleanest of races, but it is very good content-wise, and I don't think there's much else for me to say. So here is the highlights for the second race of the CRL Season 1 season on F122.
Just under 10 minutes left now in quali. Ooh! Ross, baby, that's the barrier. Chevy, fastest so far here in Imola. With good pace, so up by a 10th on RGE. Deep left-hander, feeds wide and feeds narrow once more. A good take, but I've just commentated an in-lap for the sake of it. Wait, Bucco's out, and that's following a collision with Noah's Noah. I'm unsure, folks. I didn't get to see what happened. Maybe we'll get a POV in the YouTube video. Run it, Chili. A minute to go in qualifying, and Chevy's going to get another bite at the cherry as well. He might be one of the last drivers over the line. Will Chevy be on pole for the sprint race here, folks? Next over the line, Uncle Stuart. Will he be able to beat his time? P5 for Uncle Stuart as he hits the line. Next up is Stitch, who's already gone invalid. His time won't count. Ross Vincent already also invalid. The McLaren behind him is Luca Chevy. Can Luca Chevy beat the time that he'd set prior? Luca Chevy is on pole for the start of this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Yes, baby, let's fucking go. Oh, what a lap.
Luca Chevy, the German, is on pole for the start of the sprint race in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Where's my starting grid? I'm going to do a little spin. Fuck it.
You're going to try and do a Jarno what? Oh. Oh, that was good, Chili. Wow. He's like...
Nice. It's been a while coming. It's something we're not too used to. But Luca Chevy's on pole for the sprint race for the start of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, brought to you by CRL F1. It's lights out and away we go. And it looks as though we've got a rapid start up towards the front already from Chevy. He's being chased down by RGE and the Williams. Right behind him, carnage starts to unfold as that's Uncle Stuart up the inside. Jake goes around the right. He's going as long as he can the long way around on this Mercedes, taking it as wide as he likes. George Townsend falls back. The Alfa Romeo of Ross Vincent will get in ahead and look the upside. Ollie Mayland is hunting to get his bit of ground. Caught inside of the slipstream as we make our way through this sector. Owen Buckland's had a rough start right towards the very back as we see Uncle Stuart trying to peel away even better, chasing after Jake TPA. Bullseye 0.2 a second away from Stitch inside the second sector as we make our way through the Variante Alta, staring down it towards Ravazza now inside of the slipstream, hunting for whatever ground we can. Bullsey's gonna have the slipstream right behind Stitch. Will he make the move on the inside? Gets shut down very early from the Ferrari in the home of the Italian. Fastest lap so far by Luca Chevy will be beaten. You'd imagine as Fulty will get in ahead of Stitch in towards P3, following the cross on the line. But it's a massive train here in Imola at the start. We're seeing the drag reduction system coming in very soon.
Stitch and that has been doing the human centipede for the past 2 laps.
Oh, that AI is popping off.
Oh, that could have been a spin. Probably wasn't the best idea to do that there.
Luca Chevy just looks so quick. Luca Chevy looking incredibly quick here in Imola.
And here comes Lewis Hamilton.
This AI is so retarded, man.
Whoa. Mate, are you kidding?
Like, what the
What is this?
A few moments later.
AI doesn't care.
Just dive.
Sorry, Shadow. Oh, bro, I'm actually sorry. What is that, George? George, what are you doing?
What a race we've had so far from Luca Chevy. Luca Chevy's looked almost flawless. Oh no, that's someone out. That's Dio out.
Don't hit me, please don't hit me. Shit, boys. Oh! I was just in the back of me, I tried to get out of the way!
You're an idiot. So, for lap number 10, the second to last lap, we get green flags and a restart at racing here in this track in Imola. RGE setting after Luca Cebi, and the gas be shut down as we start off this race now in towards Tamburello at turn number 1. RGE still setting after Luca Cebi, hoping to make that gap count. It won't count as of yet. Luca Cebi still holding firm at the front. Oh no! Oh no! Uncle Stuart's out, and that's on the start here of Tossa. Stewart in the barrier on the left-hand side. Didn't get an angle. I'm sure Stewart did.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no! Wait a minute, what's happened?
Fuck!
Luca Cebi at Aqua Minerale has spun, and Archie East now takes the lead off the sprint. I don't even know what's going on. Stitch is on the podium. Ross Vincent's on the podium. Archie East is in front. The Englishman in the Williams now has himself in with a great chance. He started the sprint in a very good spot. He trailed Luca Cebi for quite a while, but Archie East is going to win the sprint in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Ross Vincent will cross the line in second. Stitch will join him on the podium. Joey Coots will hit fourth. Uncle Deacon up in fifth. Following that restart, what the hell? Jake TPA will be in 6th, George Townsend in 7th, Bucco and Luca Cebi, the McLaren pair, in 8th and 9th, Ollie Maitland in 10th. At the start now of this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, Shadow in P11, he gets to start a lap this time around. Fulsey with the observation of penalties in 12th, and Locks, the last driver to finish out of the 18 that did start this sprint race, will get us there. What a sprint! Archie East wins the sprint race in the Emilia Romagna circuit.
Y'all ready for this?
32 laps in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix in northeastern Italy for what will be the second race in CRL Formula 1. It's been a bit of a blinder of a start with the sprint, which Archie East took. It's lights out and away we go, and who's going to take it this time around? Stitch is going to try and chase his way in towards Archie East. He gets away from Joey Coots. We'll look a little bit further back down the line. Yellow flag in the first sector. Not sure that's against safety car out. Safety car out already. I'm not too sure what's happened. It might be a VSC, but we have a safety car of some sort out. Racing resumes as per. Ross Vincent's getting closer to George Townsend here. Through Ravazza we go. Over the gravel on this final stretch as we approach into the Variante Bassa, as we get this little bit of slipstream through the sector, and Ross Vincent looks very quick in comparison to the Haas. Ross Vincent being shown the inside line will get his chance in towards turn number 1 into Tamburello, and up ahead he goes. George Townsend must yield, and does. Townsend will try and set back. Fulsey looking a little bit slower, but Luca Cebi will capitalise. Oh, over the top of Variante Alta, and Luca Cebi now in a position where he has to come back, but up the inside, that's going to be Fulsey. Fulsey's going to go through. He's going to get a chance as well. Will Fulsey get the inside line on his teammate? Yes, he will. It's a two-man move from Fulsey in his inaugural CRL race. He gets in ahead of George Townsend and Luca Cebi. Luca Cebi and George Townsend neck and neck through the Variante Bassa in towards this first corner, in towards the Tamburello corner. Now Cebi sits in behind George Townsend. What a start! They did it piece by piece. Fulsey and Townsend get it done, but Cebi!
Brilliant, nice, yeah, cool.
There is no way, Cebi, it's all gone wrong! Spinella. Fulsey now on this straight through the Variante Bassa, and the Haas moves in ahead of the Alfa Romeo. Ross Vincent watches him take off. Vincent will trail in towards Tamburello now, in towards turns 2, 3, and 4. Oh, and Buck goes out! I'm pretty sure we have a safety car. We can't go under him. We can't go through him. Let's go over him!
Oh my god.
What? Safety car in this lap. Stitch will be in the lead for the restart of this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. The Haas of Fulsey will be trailing and will look to shut that gap down as racing resumes, folks, here in the Italian city of Imola. Ollie Maitland now setting after Ross Vincent here in this first sector, in towards what looks to be Tamburello. The left-hander into Tamburello as we go, and Maitland lets Vincent slip through and get closer and closer in towards Fulsey. Stitch has had a blinder in a restart. Oh, and up the inside, Shadow will eventually have to yield as Cebi is too quick. but Joey Coots is watching. They're going to end up going side by side very, very soon with this slipstream. Yellow flag first sector. We'll see who gets there. Coots goes up the inside. A shadow, he sends it up the inside of the Aston Martin and the AlphaTauri. Too quick for comfort.
I'll try not to hold Chili up here. I'll do a bit of team orders.
Wait, I've just realised we could do soft, medium, soft. Oh, I can.
Same.
I think.
Oh! Have I? What is it with me pressing a button and finding someone spinning? Maitland spins. Jebby right behind Stitch now into Ravazza. Oh! And a shunt! And he put himself right in front of Ross Vincent. Spinella.
Is Jack watching our race or no right now? Jack is watching podiums. Yeah, but is he in the lobby? Can he see us racing right now or no?
What's happened?
Everyone leave, everyone leave, everyone leave.
Here we go.
Folks, we're getting ready for the restart here in Imola. There's a red flag, of course, which caused us to have a restart here. A fat naked man found his way onto the track, so we had to red flag for safety reasons. 16 laps in Imola, 16 laps in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix to decide who comes out on top in the second league race in CRL Formula 1. The sprint went Archie East's way. This time, he's down in P4. This is going to be the second time around. We're going to have it. A standing start this time around. For the second, maybe third time, it's lights out and away we go. And Luca Chebby will be looking to get himself a much better spot. He takes the lead off the race following an incredible restart. George Townsend will hunt after Archie East now through the sector into Tamburello. Coots goes in. A dive from Stitch's Ferrari puts him ahead of both Townsend and Coots.
I'm scared here, I'm scared.
And I've got the.
Dio, how have you let that happen?
Fucking balls, mate. Oh, never mind. Yep.
Dio! No, Dio!
Coots still sitting right in behind Stitch, 0.2 of a second, but Coots looks that bit quicker in the AlphaTauri, up against the Ferrari. The AlphaTauri having to go the long way around the Ferrari now, in towards Ravazza, going the whole way around. The Ferrari wants his inside line. He won't be able to keep it. Stitch has to yield, will attempt to yield, instead sits behind now, inside that wind tunnel. Will Stitch get the chance to move back in ahead, right in before Variante Tamburello. Through we go in the DRS here. Right hand side, inside line being adopted by Coots, but Fulsey goes in ahead. Last on the brakes is going to be Fulsey. Stitch pushes in, Coots goes wide, and now it's all a battle for ground. Coots forced into the gravel, and through goes Fulsey.
Alright, both of us get Braden, Stuart. Both of us get him. We both got DRS. Just violate him. Go, go, go. Oh!
Stuart will get that inside line, as well as Ollie Malin. The two of them going in towards Tamburello, both getting in ahead of Braden.
I feel bad for Braden.
Bro, honestly, this audio is killing me.
I'm not going for the overtake, I'm just going to use the DRS. Or I could make the overtake instead.
Now Vincent Pitts follows Maitland. Oh, slow.
Oh shit, Chili.
Ah!
Whoa.
Yellow flag, first sector. Oh, it's a Haas. Oh, and Ross Vincent's out. Ross Vincent's collided with the vehicle. Safety car. Oh, shit. Oh, Dio's out as well. Okay, this is actually good. This could be really, really good. Guys, this is going to be like a 3-lap shootout. Luca Chebby's been around for a while, and now he's staring what could very well be his first win in Formula 1. He's staring down the barrel. Like, a lot of pressure is on his shoulders right now. Stitch as well. He's going to want to hunt his first win in CRL F1. Oh, man. Sid, no, it's going to be 4 laps. Oh, shit. Safety car in this lap. Right. Here we go, lads. Here we go. Safety car in this lap. A 4-lap shootout, folks. Luca Chebby is going to have his chance to win in CRL F1 if he can hold Stitch at bay. In towards Tamburello we go. And Stitch is going to have the pace that he needs so desperately. As will Archie. Stitch on the outside is going to take the lead of the race. Oh, and the McLaren falls back. The Welsh Welshman now leads in the Italian racecourse. Now Archie's is going to start after him. We have Luca Cebi desperate to get his position back, but Stitch's Ferrari takes the lead off the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. As we go up through Aqua Minerale, loose from Stitch will be noted by Cebi as he sits inside the wind tunnel, may try to play with that slipstream. Coots off the inside, Folsey tries sending it, trying to check back, and Coots tries to go in again. Oh, the AlphaTauri goes wide off the back of the Variante Alta, losing a position as well with a penalty in hand.
I just feel like I have potential that's been restricted by 5 seconds.
Yeah! Fucking come on, Josh! Have at me!
Chevy is so hungry to get in ahead of Stitch again.
Top 5 is fucking
Joey's
fighting.
run out of here, right? You're gonna take me. Oh my god, never mind.
Oh my.
Spinella. But look how close Chevy is and how hungry he is to get his position. Now we enter into the final lap in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. This is where it's all at. This is where it's meant to be. Who's going to come out in front? DRS enabled. Luca Chevy is going the long way around Stitch. Stitch is going to cover up well on the inside, forcing him the long way around. Chevy has to fall back.
Well, if someone crashed and they give me a position, I would appreciate that.
Of course, it's a guy that.
Yes, I've got a point!
Scuderia Ferrari, last time out on Australia, showed their mettle and showed what they were made of when it mattered most. They were quickest through every sector in qualifying. Malin got himself pole that time around. Oh, contact. That could have been close. Malin got himself pole that time around. He went on to win that race. Stitch in qualifying, I don't remember him having a great stint. I don't remember him having a great stop whatsoever. Chevy led for the majority of that sprint race, but this time around the Scuderia Ferrari are in a much better position because Stitch the Welshman is going to win his first Grand Prix in Formula 1. Stitch wins the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Let's fucking go! Come on!
Woo! Luca Cebi beats him in second. CPI Folsey in his fourth race in Formula 1 gets himself on the podium. Grazie ragazzi, the Scuderia Ferrari have taken it. Stitch the Welshman wins the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Oh wow, wow folks, what a race that was. From me, it's a goodbye. Next time out we're in Miami and I can't wait to see you in Florida folks. But until then, later people.
Get on the case. Sit, get down, losing the mind with